Hey everybody, this is Grace. Pardon the way I'm doing the video. Just wanted to get outside, make a little video, talk about something that I noticed early this morning. I woke up around 4, couldn't go back to sleep, and so I started looking on my cell phone, and I had seen this thing. I don't even know what it is. I should look, but it's something about on the studio part of it, and it's about seeing how your channel is progressing, as far as new subscribers. And I guess that's what it was about. Like I said, it was way early in the morning, and I was half asleep maybe, and I looked at it. Yeah, it was about that. And I looked at it, and I have more than one channel. A couple of them I don't really use it. Other ones, I only have one that I really use, and not that much. But all of them I would put something on there with Blue Moon, and sometimes I'd go into a thing of putting more than one up, in a row, like over days or whatever. And some just not, maybe once a month. But I'd started 2 of them. I had 2 originally years ago. And then I started 2 other ones because I kept having problems with those first 2. But there was another one where I would just put stuff I would make it public, but I wasn't too thrilled with it. So those are the channels. Now, and 3 of them I've had for many years. Okay. But anyway, so I was looking at that. Now, I'd seen it before, but I don't even know if I ever clicked on it. And maybe once, and just said, oh, whatever. But this morning, I looked, and I was like, So I looked at all of the channels that I mentioned, and I was like, this is weird. The one that I use more often, which I say is, like I've said, not every day, kind of thing, is just more often. And all of them, at one point, I just put them on private, more than once, in these years. And anyway, so, that should make a difference, I would think, and put them back on public, off and on, like I was taking a break or something. But anyway, 2 of them that I hardly use, you would think that, there wouldn't be any growth, in them, as far as subscribers, because I seldom ever use them. Or that it would go downward, and people would just give up and leave. Well, what I thought was really interesting, it was around the time, I'm thinking that it was back in March, maybe March or May, I don't know, sometime in 2018 when small channels got demonetized. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% certain. But those 2 channels, basically, around that time, after they did that, I think, they, instead of going up or down, they just kind of plateaued. Not flatline, they didn't go all the way to 0, but they just kind of plateaued where they were. Consistently since then. 2018, 2018, this month, this 2021 now. And I'm like, that's very odd. To me, just to plateau. And, there might be a 1 up, 1 down, something like that. But yeah, overall. And the other, my original one did that. Okay, that was 6.5 years ago, I guess. But I've had it for 6.5 years, and about 3 years ago, it's when it did it. So, the other one is one I just kind of threw stuff on that I wasn't really all that, I didn't like that much, and every blue moon kind of thing. I don't think I've put a video on it maybe a whole month or more. And I made it public. Anyway, that one plateaued, like I said, just plateaued, and that was in 2018, and so it was one I hardly used, ever used. So, okay. So the two newer ones that I made that I, I use more often. One of them, they both plateaued, but I didn't make those until 2018. I think at the end of it, 2018, after all that happened, and they didn't plateau until more recently, like I don't know how many months. Let me check. Okay, I checked. One of them that I had used more often, those two that were made in 2018, that one, the one that actually it doesn't have all that many subscribers. It has like 100, say around 155 or so, and it plateaued in November. Okay, this is March. Okay, the other one that really doesn't have, it never really got any subscribers. It has around 40-ish. Okay, and it plateaued in May. Yeah, almost a year, 10 months. And a little more maybe. But I'm like, what is this with the plateau crap? And the other one, the one that like I said, I used in, more often, but not consistently. And it never plateaued. It goes up, but it only goes up. Now get this. I put up a video, it goes up one subscriber. And every time I put a video up, one. No more. Yeah. Not that I've ever noticed, is one. And I thought that was odd. And I had been hearing about strange things people do to other people's channels and stuff with all that kind of stuff. I don't know how, a year or more ago. I mean, I think I've always heard that kind of thing. Just never really paid attention to it. But I thought it was really odd. One. I put up a video, one. No, it's just one steady, one little growth each time. It's like, oh my goodness. I've not ever had, all of them have had glitches or something like that, or just things I noticed that was odd. And one of the things I like to do is to pay attention to the analytics. And, I've done that since I got started with some, I earned my degrees in psychology and sociology. Well, both of them, we did, statistics and stuff like that. And so it was kind of interesting to me to see. But early this morning, I was like, what? I mean, really, 4 of them out of 5 plateaued at some point. Okay. Just plateaued. And it made me wonder, what am I doing? What am I not doing? What was different? Was it all that? I want to check them and see. Was I putting more videos up before? Actually, I looked at one and it wasn't anything that I could have done. Okay, it is. Now, there was a time, not too long ago, I tried other channels. I had found 2-3 channels that I had made years ago. I guess back when I was listening to music on it. And I found them written on an index card and checked them out. And I was like, wow, I did not know I had these channels. And I had tried to teach people how to do channel under your name, and so I had channels, but I don't use. Okay, so I decided to try. And then I tried a new one, alongside it. No growth, none. No, no. I think maybe like one person would watch a video or 2, something like that. And I was like, wow, no, I mean, very little, if any, promotion really. Okay, and I mean, these were different types and different videos and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm not going to say, it could have been something I was doing. Whatever it was like, wow. It was only a really short time, too, that I tried it. Like a day or 2 or 3, maybe a week, max. And, yeah, I mean, giving them the different ones, shots and stuff, different types and everything, some of it was just like a channel with just, I think, just PowerPoint video slides, and it made into a video. Yeah. So I don't know if that's. I mean, I would think there's also, it could be me, it could be something else, it could be a combination, it could be, like what's going on in the world today, and not many people are watching videos. It could be that. I have seen some people, I was like, one person I actually, was a tipster, and I was like, why does he not have many views on his like he used to, I should start checking that. But I know there's some people that, I think they're doing about the same, but maybe the same, like plateaued. But, yeah. Now, pretty much, I have known for years that my channels, the original ones, they weren't going anywhere, really. Just very, like the one I said, just anytime I put up a video, I get one, yeah. And the original one, it was going for a while, then it stopped. Just, yeah. But I really have not thought that any of my videos, many of my channels are going to be remonetized. And one of them, I actually had something wrong with it. The one that I really don't use. But they all had problems, like I said. And other people had problems that started around the same time, too. So it wasn't just me. But I never really expected them to be monetized again. So I've been making videos knowing that I probably wouldn't be monetized again. And but I would still check it because I like to do the analytics, like to see how and what works. And I know one of them, the one that gets one every time, it's my biggest channel. And there was a time when one of my videos on it, for a small channel that it was at the time, it went viral. For that amount, not viral for bigger channels and stuff, viral for a small channel. It got like close to 9,000 views, okay, over time. I had put it on private after that because it was a video about crazy neighbors, and it was promoted under somebody who was doing those videos, under one of their videos, or recommended. And my video was nothing like that person's video. And I got a lot of comments, very negative, very, very negative comments, because it wasn't. Well, mine wasn't. I was not intending it. I didn't know that it would do that. And a lot of thumbs down. And after that, everything on my channel just went, whew. It was, the suggested videos went from somewhere around 25%. And then it went down to I think 10 or 11% average. And I asked what happened, feedback. They went down to 0 to 2%. Seriously. Oh boy. And it's not bounced back. Yeah, so most of mine are by search, though. Somebody's searching for that topic. Most of my views, really. I'm going to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's true. I never double check. It sounds like, did you ever check before? I should say, I should question. But I don't know, and I know that it's a lot of work, really, for nothing. As far as financially, I don't get that many comments either. So, I mean, sometimes I wonder, why am I doing this? I don't get comments, so I don't. I seldom get comments. I mean, I might get one or two. Might. And I know that some of the people that watched me before, I think some of them a lot of them, I know, just quit. They're not watching me, but just quit YouTube. And so sometimes I do wonder. I know that I have always said I use my channels for a pressure release valve, and believe me, I need it sometimes, especially with the stuff that's going on this year. It's pretty bad stuff, and I know it's bad stuff for a lot of people. And but anyway, to get on with this, so I was like, wow, what could I possibly do to see if I can bust out of that plateau, any of those channels. Now, I'd already been doing things of putting more videos on the 3 of them. And the 2 of them, like I said, I really don't use. But 3 of them, I had already been doing this thing of, you know, trying to make more effort on each one of them. Do you see the little baby lizard crawling around? Anyway, on that shrub. Anyway, I already tried that. You know, and one of them just so totally shocked me. On the channel that I use the most, like I said, one is probably around in a month, I put up, or the 28 days, you know how it does the 28 days, I'd put up 21 videos out of the 28 days. Okay? And you would think, you know, you would think that it would make an improvement. Really did not. You know, seriously. Yeah. And yeah, because, you know, usually I think mine were maybe 10 to 15 videos a month, if that. Okay, if that. But to make 21, you know, not even 15, but let's say, you know, then 21 in that 28 days and not make really much of a difference at all. I need to check on that again, double check it. Yeah, so, you know, and I'd heard somebody say, one of those people, somebody who's been on a long while, and he's somewhat popular, said that all a person needs to do is put up a video, one every day, and that resets the AI. I'm not consistent enough to put up one every day. Like I said, 21 videos in 28 days. That was pretty good for me. Really good for me. So, and then I just said, wow, you know, it's like, you know, that was before. And then this morning I was thinking, I've tried things that, and would it make a difference? And I know there's, you know, you share them on social media, wherever you can. You know, yeah, it might bring up a little bit. I have also noticed consistently over years, I would share it on Facebook, all my channels, different things, different groups and stuff. And yeah, on one of the channels, it was mainly shopping stuff. The average view would be about a minute. And things about more like, you know, like you know, anything like that's good or about empaths and highly sensitive people, that would be about 2 minutes. And anything about narcissism, these are the things I used to do a lot. Anything about that topic, it would get close to 3, 2.5 to 3, just depended. And I'm like, now the videos could be, many of my videos as time went by, got longer and longer, you know, like 30, 40 minutes. But still, the count of what people would watch, 1, 2, 3 minutes, whatever it was. You know, so does that really help? I don't think so. Because I've heard something recently. I'm not a guru, so don't trust me on this. But I heard that your retention rate is getting to be really important. So if that isn't that what it's called, retention rate, of how long they watch the video? You know, you got a percentage. If that percentage is down, all consistently down, then you know, it's not going to promote it or something like that. I don't know. So it's kind of like that's, you know. But then I also hear this about, you know, you have to be an influencer, so you got to influence people on different platforms. Then I hear that, I've heard before, that don't do that because it messes up. You know, when the guru said that, it messes up stuff. One time he said that you can't do it at all on certain one of them. And yeah, you could. I was doing it. But I don't know, you know. But to me, I like trying to figure things out. And I know you can't figure an AI out. And so many variables and so much, you know, they're like little bitty lizards really really going all over the place. He's on a trip. But anyway, yeah. Lizards in the view. But it's a baby lizard. But anyway, you know, that of, but now it's kind of like, okay, I don't see any change since so much is plateaued, and then the other one is consistently 1, It's just too consistent. It's just too, there's no, and I remember in the past, and that was very pretty much the norm, is every once in a while somebody, one of your videos would get promoted, boom, and that was interesting to watch, to see that happen and see, get new subscribers and all that. Like I said, I don't expect mine to be monetized, so not like that. And but just seeing something just so consistent that there's nothing that shakes it up at all, and you could basically expect something to, because that's how it was in the past. But now, no, just plateau, just total plateau, and it's like there's nothing for me to look forward to if it's always going to be the same old. And yeah, and in some instances, it hasn't changed the subscriber, but on the other analytics, like I said, I put up those 21 videos, and like I said, usually it's pretty much set. One new subscriber, no comments, all the new subscribers, no comments, and no new comments, really, seriously. I would get some of them, and then it would turn out to be these bots. Those bots, oh my goodness, leave those links, and I cut off my links, but they know that, and they do them in a different way. Yeah. And but anything else, no change. But except for this, more recently, less people watch me on that channel, the one I use more often. Now the other channels, I could expect, there might be one or two people watch videos. Seriously, I hardly ever use the channel. I could believe it, 1, 2, But now on the channel I use more often, it's getting like where there's 10 people watching me, watching my video, if that many. Sometimes it's like 5, 6, and that's a big difference. I have videos in the thousands, people watched, and I really haven't changed that much. And there it could be the thing. I really haven't changed that much. Yeah, you see, they got bored like I've gotten bored with no real good change. They've gotten bored with my not really having much change. I'm still doing the videos same way usually, same topics, not the same exact, point in the topics, like I do them on narcissism, and I'm not doing exactly the same every time about what part of narcissism. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. Because of the pandemic and I'm home, I have an adrenal disorder, so I'm not, I'm not willing to go. I'm not going to be able to get the shot anyway, and I'm not willing to go anywhere. In Texas now, the masks are not mandatory anymore, and oh my goodness, I've already seen it. Just yesterday, I had to go to 2 places. Well, I went to 2 places and saw 2 COVIDians, one at each place. One guy, actually, seriously, there's a young guy with one of those big, tall Bubba trucks, there's a new one, but still, parked next to me, got out of his SUV, no mask, and I wore mine, and the guy in the store, he wore, any place I've ever been, as far as, a business or whatever, they've had masks on since there was none, and we didn't have to wear them. Anyway, the guy gets up to the door. There's a young guy. Gets up to the door, and before he opens the door, he coughs a lot, then goes in the store. In the door. It was just a little place, a little shop. And he goes in, and he coughs. Now, right then somebody else come up, drove up next to me, the spot between he and I, and, he was in the other one. But one had a mask on, the other one didn't, and they were walking right into that. Some people don't care. They're so self-centered, just care about themselves. Anyway, don't get me started on that. But anyway, it's just pathetic. And then the other place, it was an elderly man. It almost hit me backing up, and I was like, why is he backing up? Then he came from some other place. It was a really weird. How he got to behind me walking. He almost backed up and hit me. Then he came from behind there walking. I don't know. And he didn't have a mask on. He was going into a restaurant, which, hey, you know, depends on where you live, how they say, but still an, you know, elderly man. Anyway, but anyway, yeah, I want to see something progress in a good way. And like, instead of that channel that I use the most often going down. you know, that's not a positive way, that's a negative way. Now I'm losing my voice. My voice sounds funny. Anyway, it always does. Not always, but especially. It does. I have allergies year round. But especially in spring. Oh my goodness. Whew. It sounds so unlike me. I mean, it does right now. But I'm going to see. You know, I thought one of the things to do was to go and, you know, make sure I put my videos up, you know, on different social media. And I started doing that. I was like, no. You know, I've seen this in the past. It doesn't really work. And like I said, brings down that retention rate and all that stuff. So I had the feeling, the energy, the want to, but no, it's not going to happen because it's consistent. Well, anyway, I just thought I'd do a video about this to get outside. And now I'm going to go in and eat some chicken for lunch today. And yeah. And then, I don't know. And I have considered the thought, by the way, that I just need to put up a video every day on the 3 channels that I've decided I want to see if the one that goes just one up each time and the views are going down each time. And the 2 of the ones I said I made, because the other ones had trouble, those 2. One has 155 and the other one has like 45 subscribers. I want to see if those will actually make any difference. But so far, like I said, I was doing that, nothing. Well, actually, I only have 4 or 5 on the one that has 45 the past 28 days. And like I said, I was trying, decided to start trying, but no difference. Anyway, that's enough for now. I'll talk to you on another video.